I just wanted to play some songs. I think my hair looks fine. Why? Okay. Hi, everyone. The producers say I'm not supposed to be here today. I think I might be wrong channel. But I had a song I wanted to play, and then I was gonna maybe draw for a little bit. Art is fun. Don't judge me too harshly. Art is confusing at times. It makes me go outside and play with my G.I. Joes. I don't understand. Art is neat, art is fun, art is you, art is everyone. There we go. Now we're all back to normal. I don't know where my chair is, but oh, here it is. I just tripped over it. Having a big garage sale this weekend. If anybody wanted to come, I'll be playing my ukulele and my banjo at the same time. And I haven't even bought the banjo yet. Ow! How is it that you never know you have a toe until you stub it? How is it that you never know you have a stub until you tub it? Welcome, welcome. This is my channel. On YouTube I talk about everything except certain things, like pretty much thing people bring up. I don't want to talk about it, I just want to talk about art. Art from the heart. Art like a big fat shark. Art, is it Shark Week yet? It is everywhere in my head. Sharting fills my brain with art. And I'm 4 years old. Alright. I think that settles that. I picked this flower earlier. You can smell it if you want. Oh, don't smell it. Alright. Before I go to the office this morning, I just wanted to draw for a little bit. And so, what I'm going to do now is adjust my eyeglasses. That's better. Good morning, everyone. And then I'm going to turn the camera around before I go to Wall Street. Take that right there. Put that right there. Oh my God, it's working. Holy. And then I do this. I'm working on art. And, you know, sometimes I'm the kind of person that wants to get dressed up for the occasion. I don't know why I started talking like that all of a sudden. But this is something that I was working on the other day. I thought it was kind of neat. And there's holes in the paper. There's holes in the paper. It kind of freaks me out. And let's see. I gotta move this drum. Gotta move move the baby. Get over there. And then I can bring the paper up another notch. Maybe like that. And this is all stuff I should have done before I started. But I like to not plan ahead, apparently, for anything. That's why I live in the sewers. It's cheap, and it smells good. Oh, all right. So, let's talk about war. It's pretty cool, huh? I was just going to say, if anybody wanted to go in on some, I could have some here by the end of the night. Good old-fashioned war. Hey, thanks. You guys are too precious. Or 3 precious. I don't know how to count. My uncle was Vlad. He lived for a very long time, but I've never been much of a count myself. If I was, I'd share it all with you. With all of you, believe me. Believe you that. What was I doing last night? The day is young. We're having fun. See? I've already ticked off 2 of the things on my hashtag list, my bucket list there. This needs more darkness. What is going on in there? It's a Cupid's bow. It needs darkness to thrive. And I think you guys are cool. ASFOCK, whatever. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm assuming after Fred. He was my favorite artist. Some guy named Fred. I think he was like a Mayan priest or something like that. Hey Fred, would you get down here and illustrate this? What do you mean? The guy's just laying there. Yeah, but we need you to draw something and spruce it up. Okay, I'll give it my best shot. Next thing you know, the Mayan calendar is born. Oh, Fred. We owe a lot to Fred. One of a kind. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Dig-a-Dong Friday. Friggity Friday, is that what the kids call it nowadays still? I have the light on the thing that I have the camera on, so I gotta be careful how I present this. It's extra ultra fine point. You can see it right there in plain writing. Oh gosh, maybe not so plain, is it? Why is it that with UFO videos and when you're trying to show off the name on your pen, it's always so blurry? I'm asking the CIA, I know you're watching. And the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations Associations of America. Those little slats. I just made up a new curse word for those bastards. I know you're listening. Honey, I can see you through the window. Yeah, you better run. One of those slack-jawed men in black types. Peering through me window. Maybe that was me wife. But I'm not married. What the devil? She looked like my wife. I'm not married though, god damn it. Terry? Yeah? What dimension are we in? Oh, this is 6. This is 6 story. We're gonna keep it together now. Come on, just keep drawing. Oh gosh. This is the 6. So it's 2025. Yeah, 5. Okay. Oh gosh. They have a long ways to go still. Yeah, they do. Just drink your coffee and keep drawing. You pathetic little waste of life. What? Nothing. Jeez. I love my producer, but sometimes he's got away with words. And he gets away with murder. Worder. That's when you murder somebody with words. He got away with worder. The bloody... I don't know, whatever. Hey, Mandy. Feeling wonderful. Only right now. I'm actually in quite a bit of pain. But actually today my back feels a lot better. So that's something. The last few days my lower back, right above my left upper kidney, it was acting up. And I don't know what it was, but it hurt. And it was very sensitive to the touch. I mean, I cut a big hole in above the upper right left-hand kidney, and I just dug my fingers in there, and it's like the thing doesn't like being touched. I was trying to soothe it, calm it down a little bit with my fingers, just trying to, pet it, put it back to sleep. But then there was an infection, a 36-hour infection that lasted 2 hours. It's all messed up. But today, Yeah, I feel pretty good. Yeah, there's no scarring or anything. Yeah, I'm good. But my arms, Mandy, my arms, they hurt. But what doesn't, right? It's what happens when you're 136 years old and you talk as fast as you can for no reason. That's what happens when you're 136 years old and you talk really fast for no reason. That was an instant replay for you all. Oh, that light. That's terrifying. It was blinking. Don't look at the flashing pens. Yes, absolutely. Well, I as a real job, when I'm not dressed like this, um, I work for in retail and at pet stores, and I've done that for a very long time. And what happens there is you lift, and you bend, and you stoop, and you grovel, and you change. The liking in your blood, it comes out strong with customer service. On your way home, out comes the hair. And by the time you get home and walk in the door, out have come the claws. Because you can't use the claws and you can't pull out the hair when you're at work. Otherwise you'll lose your goddamn job. Workers' rights don't exist. If you can't turn into a lichen, well, I guess you already like. If you can't change into some kind of hideous werewolf creature at work upon a customer who's being quite naughty, is this land really free? I don't think so. Yes, the mental strain is actually very real and confusing. At the most confusing time in my life, it's the most confusing thing. How people can still just. It's just a great example of working a customer service job is just basically, you get to see the best and the worst of people, and the worst is, I'm not talking about, obviously there's worst. There's levels of this, but I'm in the customer service world. That's what I'm talking about as far as worst. Because I know people are blowing each other up all the time, all over the place for oil, gold, and money and all that stuff that's really worth it. We just murder each other for no fucking reason all the time. But I'm not talking about murder and mayhem and war and destruction, all that the usual suspect. I'm just talking about the customer service universe, in that tier. Okay. I hate when people come out and be like, "Well, war is way better." It's like, obviously, yeah. But in the customer service world, it takes a toll on your mentality, and then that creates all sort. I mean, if you look at the, you know, the issue with, I remember back in the day before I ever heard of school shootings, it was post office workers just losing it, and it was like going postal. It was like a joke sort of thing or whatever, and it's this thing that happens when you treat people a certain way, you promise them certain things, and not only does it get harder and like the promises from all these people never come true for any of us except for the ones at the top, but then they feel, on top of that, they feel they're ridiculed, they're ignored, they're invisible, they become, and they start to become something else, and then that makes them even more susceptible to being lured in by certain groups who would hope to, like, turn them into what they want, whatever that group is. I'm not talking necessarily about extremism all the way, but just anybody. It's just a sad state of affairs. I mean, we've lost the ability to stand up for people that are different than us, and we've become quite tribal again. And it'll get worse before it gets better, and then the world will end, and then everything will start over again. Even if it's billions of years from now on another planet, the same consciousness, the same energy that we're using right now will just be displaced somewhere else and replaced into some other, like put into some other vessel. Maybe that will even be able to be aware of its own consciousness again. And maybe even remember this planet. And I think that's what happens too, is that there's remnants, there's memories in our DNA and our genetics that carry on through the cosmos. And energy isn't just a flash and it's gone. It travels on forever and it becomes something else. Anyways, anybody hear any good dick and fart jokes lately? Oh gosh. So yeah, anyways. So that used to be nasty. But talking about it, you're making people more aware of that. Well, anybody that's worked customer service could probably, even if it's been for 2 weeks, they could probably write a freaking book. I could write a novella. I think it would be a great documentary, even just to ask people, like, film people. What do they do it with that what is it? Not John Cena. Is it John Cena who does like the "What would you do" kind of stuff, or whoever it is? But you catch these people in these moments, or just where they're just being absolutely awful to somebody else for no reason, and it makes. Sometimes I'm able to kind of turn it around and make it more like I feel sorry for them, because it's obvious, like they've never, like nobody ever has, they've never loved anybody or something. I don't know, because I did, or the people around them too, like that don't stand up for the workers, that they allow their friend just to like walk all over a perfect stranger for no reason, and act like they can't get kicked out of the store and trespassed at a moment's notice with a boot up their ass. Well, that's in Dimension 3. This is Dimension 6, where workers have no rights. And if you stand up for yourself, you lose your job. And your job was the only thing keeping you alive in your $1,500 a month studio apartment without washer and dryer. Oh gosh, what's going on in the depth of field there? It's strange. The camera's been acting interesting lately. Well, no, I'm not. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It pushes me personally to strive and fight harder for my art and get this out there more and more, because I don't want to do that kind of stuff. But now that my arms are messing up on me again, because I got tendonitis about a year ago, I was diagnosed with it. But I need to do something else besides working manual labor, and I can't just, it's just so hard. Like, they've told me I can just stand there and not do anything, but it's just impossible to not do that in that kind of work. So I'm going to go in today and see how it goes, and then decide today probably, like, I just don't know what to do. So I'm at a crossroads myself, and I'm really hopefully trying to get my art out there as much as possible to make it my living, because art is really light, and I don't have to break my arms to make it. Even when I play guitar, I'm not lifting them in a way that is above that pain threshold or whatever, because both my shoulders pop now every time they go above that, like, that certain point now, and amongst other things. My brain, there's a hole in the back of my head, my brain's just sticking out the back, it's like pooping out, it's gross. I'm trying to fix that. Yeah. No amount of Gorilla Tape will fix that, because it's so greasy. That whole joke was just so I could say the word greasy, by the way. Yeah, I agree, Mandy. Ben, do I sell my art? Yeah, I sell my art. There's a bunch for sale at this art studio or art gallery downtown right now. I just had a big art show, and I sold a bunch. I'm trying to get more shirts. I'm hopefully eventually I think it's when I can monetize this channel, if I ever can, because I don't know if I can, because I've said some freaky shit. I think even cussing, you're not supposed to like cuss or something and to become partners on YouTube. I don't know. Because I think that people that do cuss and get away with things have like Patreons and memberships or something like that, where they can work around it. Anyways, my whole point is that I want to get a shop on YouTube, or I would love to have one where I could just sell my art there. So maybe one day there, but I'm on Instagram if you wanted to like message me there or something like that too. Because I have like prints and a few shirts, but I don't really have a store set up yet. I'm actually it's in the works. Oh shit! Oh my god! Well, there goes my other arm. Oh my gosh! I just broke a rib. Here we go. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, the chair I was sitting on just like went the wrong way, and I just fell back. It was like a bar stool. It's like a metal bar stool, and I just fell back with it. At one point, I was gonna try to resist, and I'm like, "Fuck! I'm just gonna roll with it." Kind of messed my wrist up a little bit. But what else is new? I'm okay, thank you. It was just kind of comical. I should have been filming that shit, and if I was wearing my hand brace, that would have been a lot better. Ow. Sometimes you just gotta live on the edge. That's all. That's what we do here. I think it'd be funny to like have a in the banner like the title above on the page where it says Storie Grubb draws. Just have Storie Grubb like underwear, and just those are the draws. Storie Grubb's draws. Like some boxer shorts or something with Storie's name on them. You think that'd be cool, Storie? No. Really? I thought that'd be kind of cool. No. No. Okay. You said no like 17 times just then. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. You were saying it in your head too, I heard you. No. See? Okay, let's do a little face. Let's draw just a little face. This is for my friends out there who just wanted me to draw a face. Okay. You see, I like faces. I look at people's faces. I study them. I capture them. Their little faces. Maybe she's got bangs that come down like that. Like hair. Right there. A little cheek comes up like that. Yes, that's the rest of it. Little teeth. Yeah, a nice little smile. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Watch out. There we go. Look at that jawline. Quite remarkable. And that's how life assimilates art. And this is how we can all live forever. That was a very long-winded way of me saying, no, I don't have anything. I don't have anything for sale. I mean, I have sold my art. And how? I used to just like take the panels off people's houses while they slept. I would do a big old fat drawing on it first, of course. And then I would cut it out. And they'd be in there sleeping, wouldn't even know the difference. And I'd just take that wall down the street, sell it for 25 bucks. Hell, it was the 90s, everybody was doing it. And that's how I got the nickname. Wally. Oh, Misu. Good morning. Or as they say just south of me in the house next door, Buenos noches. Because tomorrow is tonight. Today is tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think I was trying to say tomato is tomato. But I came up with something almost borderline racist. Borderline, I'm sure, the border. Whatever. I can say that stuff, I'm step Mexican. I guess it's step Mexican American, but still, you get the point. Yeah, I know, Therma, I'm sorry. You're the one that tells the jokes. That's my water heater. She's very angry. She comes on from time to time just to give me shit. But she does tell the funniest knock-knock jokes. So what's everybody up to today? Whoa, can I do a warning sign? Where's the art gallery? Mandy, where are you from? Where's the art gallery? It's in Paso Robles. Paso Robles, California. Lizard, can I do a warning sign? You know that there's a song by the Talking Heads called Warning Signs. I highly recommend it. That whole album. It's called Fear of Music by the Talking Heads. One of the best albums you'll probably ever hear in your entire little life. But that's one of my favorite songs. Why is my you can see you can see through my hand now all of a sudden. My camera is just working spectacularly. Let's see. I don't want my hand to be in focus. Let's see, I was doing it right here, but then my hand started taking over. So they look like... That's right, warning sign. I'll do one right here. Because that's fairly easy. Of course, I'm doing something that's going to obscure it. Nah, I'll do it somewhere else. Gotta finish this really quick. Thank you, Therma. Love you. I'll just make that a little window. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Saddam, you better be keeping it nice. Whatever you're gonna say, you better be polite about it. Just giving you a warning right now. The gods are watching, my friend. Was this scene about house surfers? Yeah, Talking Heads are wonderful. There's not a day goes by that I don't listen to them. Just all I'm saying is choose your words carefully. Maybe that's the front of a ship. It is. It's very dope. Thank you, Miracle Boy 3. It's getting quite slippery for you, Saddam. Quite slippery. Need I remind you what we do with slippery beasts out here in the wild? That's right. We tackle them. We bind them. We put rocks on them. Leave them in the hot sun for 3 days. Come back. Juicy as a crisp. Share them with our friends. That's how we do in the country. I'm from southern Alabama. We don't mess around down these parts, mate. And if we do, you don't want to be within 10 feet of us, let alone 100 yards. We'll sniff you down. We'll sniff you down. Right down in the... I might have been born on a Tuesday, but I'm going to die on a Sunday. All right? Okay. Everybody's listening. Everybody's crying out there. All right, now. Everybody's crying, everybody's dying upstairs. Okay. But not in the basement, that's where I am. I'm out there. Everybody's dying, everybody's crying up there. But I blocked the door so they can't come down and be safe down here. That's right. In the basement, I'm safe. Up there, they're dying like the numbers in school. I got the dog, I got the cat. Everybody's looking at me like I didn't do anything at all. La 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 la. That's right, that was Johnny Carpenter and the Mobile Bunch with their #1 hit, Slip on a Train and Cut Off Your Wiener. I was going to say dick, but it wouldn't have been appropriate. Based on a true story. You see, I was raised in the southern part of the lowest realm of southern Antarctica, Alabama, across the state line. It's quite a time. Oh, everywhere fun tonight by Richard. Oh, ow, whew, my chest is... Ow, that hurt. Okay, now we've got to put the warning sign somewhere. Now that I've drawn a triangle. Let's see. I'll put it right, yeah. That wasn't the Wi-Fi glitching, that was just the way I talk. Right, here. That's how it happens sometimes. That's just as good how you draw a triangle rounded off at the edges, because if it was too sharp, well, you could take that thing down, you could throw it at somebody and you could murder them. I mean, you could practically do that with the way it is anyways. Those things are sharp as damn. Damned sharp. Oh, the pen's running out of ink. This isn't even the right pen, I don't think. Where's the other pen? Is it in my pocket? Oh my god, it's in my pocket. I'm just happy I found it, is all. Okay, here we go. There we go. You and me both, QuakeBox. You and me both. Christ on a candlestick. It's just a tentacle. There we go. But then there's grass, you see. This sign's been there all spring, and nobody has come to cut the grass. The grass is encroaching on the sign's freedom. That's why you shouldn't blame the grass, though. You both could blame the soil that the grass grows and that it allows the grass to grow. Now either start mowing the lawn or get off me lawn. Not going to say it again. I wrote a musical back in the 70s. It was actually called that. And it was about a young lad who burned down my chicken coop. And the judges, in order to make him pay restitution, had him come to mow me lawn every third day of every third year for the rest of his life. Well, I tell you what, it was just like one of them after-school Sunday specials on the telly. Me and that boy became best friends. By the time he was 97, I was 273 myself. We were best friends playing ball in the yard and whatnot. Walking the dog, who was now 2,000 years old. Very smart dog. All sorts of crazy shit. Looks like... Oh, did I teach myself the style of drawing? Yeah, kinda. This is just a style that I gravitated towards. I was talking about it last night, just that it's more spontaneous than anything, you know? And spontaneity has to be... It's the key for me, especially with this type of art. But if I'm doing something else, like a portrait or a commission or something, my brain has to start doing something different. Or if I have something that I want to put into this that's like realistic, and I have to look at a photo, different part of my brain, you know. This is more of me just going on autopilot and saying all these stupid things that I say, and going into all these stupid characters that I have. And having to deal with hairy roaches, because they are a real thing up here on the moon. I've been up here 39 years now, and the hairy roaches have been here 37. Like I said the other day, they're good eating, but they're just gross. They're just these big cockroaches that have hair on them, and they're the size of dogs. We have to fend for our lives every night as we sleep. I sleep in a bathtub. It's very dangerous up here, but I'm a true-blooded American patriot, and I defend the moon at all costs, from friend or foe, really, even if that means myself. Gravity works different up here, which means that time works differently more up here, which is kind of in my favor, because you would never guess that I was 275 years old, but I'm proud of who I am. I'm not ashamed of who you are, and I think we can all break bread together and just call it a day. Play some video games, whatever. Clay pigeons. You guys got to come up here and play clay pigeons with me. Oh, it's so much fun on the moon. You have so much more time to shoot than you normally would. You can be a pro like within the first shootout. You just got to make sure that you're not firing those bullets towards the earth, because they will go right over to earth, and the kind of bullets that we use up here, they don't burn up in the atmosphere, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, they're ozone-piercing bullets that we use up here on the moon, so it's best not to aim towards the moon when you're playing the clay pigeons up here. But other than that, it's all fun and games. Any more questions? Was there any other questions? Have I done acid? That's quite a question. I've done battery acid. I've done like I've done like the juice, like an orange. I eat oranges a lot, and they have citric acid. I've eaten those quite a bit. I've eaten a bunch of I've eaten like oranges, you know, on acid. Yeah, yeah. Is that what you're asking about? Or I think maybe. Either way, cool question, man. Cool, great question. I assume you're asking that because of the way I was talking about toilets earlier, because of the way they flush, or that's the only thing I can. Dad, is that you? What does this mean? Saddam, he's talking about drugs. He's asking if I've done drugs before, and to which I replied, absolutely, probably. But is not life a drug? Is not to dream a drug? No, no, it's not. You're right. Gosh. Let me draw this in here, right there, just to break it up. Just to say that I did something spontaneous today. That I wasn't a cog in the machine. That I lived. That I breathed. I existed. I was here. And this is my crappy little doodle of doodle of a legacy. Gotta bring that up there, move that over. Sorry, friends. I've lost the plot. Don't know. Wait, hold on. Nice drawing, thank you. Thank you, Liver. Can I call you Liver? Would you mind? My art is a trip. I was picking up what you were putting down, Lord Alcatraz. Absolutely, 1000% I was picking up what you were putting down. Hey, there we go. Now everybody, heed the warning. This is life. And it's ending 1 minute at a time. What are you going to do with it? This is what I do with it. And you have to let go of a lot of things to do it. And a lot of people will not like you because you do it. Because they think you love this more than them, and they'll leave you because of it. Even family. They'll forget you even exist. And that just makes it easier to draw. To forget that the world even exists sometimes. As I stutter my own dialogue. Please hold the cue cards up better. Jimmy, we rehired you. Fired you last night. We gave you another chance today. Hold the goddamn cue cards up so I can read the son of a bitch. You fuck. Terry. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you telling him stuff? I was eating my sandwich. I was on my break. No breaks here. Just tell Jimmy to hold the goddamn cue cards up. Sorry, friends. Technical difficulties. As I was saying. Oh, my life was in shambles. That's where I was, right there. And the trick with things like this is to put, when you're putting something behind it, to make it look like it's actually behind it. If you want to do that. I do. So right now, I'm going to do more of like a diagonal line that contrasts with this shooting up thing right here, you know. So I would just take this and add a few of these. Excuse me. And then keep them going over here. Because that'll make this thing pop out once I fill it in a little bit more. Then you can do I can do these little things again or whatever. Even a flower. Just a little happy flower dot. Back in there. Sorry, folks, I've got the black lung. I've got the black lung pop. All right, here we go. That way it gives it a little jiggle in the wiggle, if you know what I mean. We can talk about that later, but still, I hope you get the gist. Well, quite right, yes, right. Because that's how I've been enjoying it. You know, like this. It goes like that. And then there's his faces down here. Look at that little bastard. And I was doing this last night. I was over here. And maybe... No, that'd be too much. Oh, that'd be kind of cool, actually. If I could just put a thumb right there. And then I could just put a hand right there. You know what I mean? And then it was like it was there the whole time. Just like this crappy accent. There we go. And then the arm, the wrist back there, the arm right there, the elbow. And then it's connected to the elbow. And then that arm is just slinking back up there behind this face. Back the armpit right up there. See that? Kind of smells a bit. I just got deja vu of a dream I was having last night about the ocean. You ever have dreams about the ocean? I can breathe underwater. I can fly in the sky in my dreams. I'm bloody Neo. There is no bloody spoon. That's all I've got to say. Other than that, today is garbage day. And I love you all very much. Alright. Okie dokie. Okay. What, really? Oh, hey everybody. I wrote a song the other day. I think this is how you do it. Here we go. Hold on. I think that's the chords. They're called chords, right? Yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna hold it in, though I need to pee. The owner of the... How does that song go? What? Hold up the cue cards, you little shit. Well, it was about a road trip that I went on as a kid. I'm gonna hold it in, though I need to pee. The owner of the works is quite a peckerhead indeed. That was a song that I wrote back when I was living on the streets in Eureka, California. It was based on a true story, Grubb. But not the real one. That one never existed. There was a Category 10 hurricane that blasted me back to Dimension 3. On the other side of God's armpit. Everybody knows what that is. And if you don't, just Google it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. The cool thing about Dimension 3 is that your hair grows back really quickly. And everybody's happy and live happily ever after. Well, everyone lives, everyone's free, you and me. Well, let's go dancing in the cemetery, you and me. Let's go grab some guns and some hamburgers, and my voice is really fucked up right about now. Get some bombs and some guns and some takeout and go have a party with everybody. Alright, that's right. Goddamn throat. Turn your head and cough while I touch your throat. That your pet goat out back, or is that my dog? Either way, I'm taking it home with me. The little fucker's cute. Oh yeah. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends. I didn't have the subtitles on, because that was off the cuff. Hold on. Oh gosh. Let me just sit down. I always am just a little bit out of breath after I sing a song. I've got to get back into character. Okay, here we go. That's better. Okay, what was that? What was happening? Ugh. Lost at sea. Ooh, that's scary. Yeah. I know. A lot of people say we can't dream in color. Not only do I dream in color, but I dream in Technicolor. I dream in black and white. I can do that in real life too. That's why they say when you're angry you see red and whatnot. Well, that's true because you can change the color of the world around you. But changing the frequencies that filter through your head all the time. Everybody knows that. Well, I should probably get shoving off here. Go get a little stretching in before work. My shoulders need it. I haven't been to work in a little bit. Kind of nervous. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy Friday. All that jazz. Stay safe. I hope your family and your friends are good. And everybody's out there living the best life they can. Or at least doing it for those that can't. So, go make some art. Be creative. I appreciate the company. I really do. I would at another time, my friend, but I am heading out. I am heading out. I'm gone. I'm going like the wind. I'm gonna make some wind and blow hard. No, but y'all take care. I do appreciate the company. See ya. Bye, Mandy.